Don't stop doing Kirblogs, especially when they have. It's MasakoX. I had to change the lyrics at the last second. Okay, so Masako, hi. Thank you for joining me. Specifically because several other people I was supposed to have on for this one today had to cancel on me in the last second. But we're going to split the difference. So thank you. Hi. How are you?
I'm doing alright, thanks, Kirb. I'm glad I was somewhere on that list, but no, it's seriously good to be here. I've always wanted to do.
Not nearly important enough, of course.
No, I've always really wanted to be on a Kirblog, so that's always pretty cool. So yeah, yay, made it.
Well, this is the. Oh, actually, this is very fitting. I just realized this. This is, ladies and gentlemen, I promise this was not planned, but this is the 4th of the 7 Kirblogs I'm doing leading up to Resurrection F screening. And I have, well, while not the because we just went from having the real voice of Gohan and the narrator and everything, but we have the abridged voice of Goku on board for the 4-star ball episode of these DBZ Kirblogs. So, so Masako, for like the 5 people that probably don't know who you are if they're listening to this, explain to the people out there who you are.
Well, hey guys, I play the abridged voice of Goku, and as well as the abridged voice of Gohan as well, so that kind of ties in with that too.
So as far as I'm concerned, you are like the 4th core member of, even though you're not one of the writing team, you are basically the 4th member of TeamFourStar as far as I'm concerned, because it's like you, Lani, Scott, and Taka are really kind of the heart of the show, even just with you at the forefront. But yeah, Masako has worked on DBZ Abridged since the beginning. You worked on the old version of DBZ Abridged before that, with the movies.
Oh, that. Oh, that.
We don't talk about those.
No. It's like the old Neighborhood Clock Productions era,
yes,
when it was just Lani, myself, and Vegeta, and we did the first 2 movies. And actually, not many people remember this, but we did actually have a script for the Tree of Might. We did, and I edited the first 10 minutes, and I actually found it, and it's like, this must not be seen.
It really mustn't. Well, I mean, especially because you guys eventually did do the Christmas Tree of Might, so I don't think anything could ever replace that in terms of like, because I'm just gonna play devil's advocate. People, I've seen the script of what was once the Neighborhood Clock Productions version of the Tree of Might Abridged.
Oh, no, dear.
It is one of the worst things I've ever read in my life. It was really bad.
Naruto the Abridged movie.
You know, actually, I'm gonna go as far ahead to say that I think it was worse than that.
Really?
That is saying something, but my God, let's not get too meta about this. Masako.
That is
MasakoX, Lawrence Simpson. Also, by the way, fans of Tome, of course, will know you as the voice of Astron. Sorry for not mentioning that.
Oh no, I'm the one that should be sorry.
Sorry. No, actually, no, not anymore. Not anymore. Your testicles both dropped. You're fine now. You can just be, you know.
It comes and goes sometimes. I relapse. I relapse sometimes.
I enjoyed your little one-frame non-speaking cameo in episode 13. By the way, thanks for that.
Yeah, you could tell I was working out. My back muscles were looking really good that day.
You know, sitting all dramatically on top of a fucking mansion and everything. Anyway, so I brought you on. Dragon Ball Z Abridged. You guys have been doing that since 2007 now, I think, right?
No, 2008.
Okay,
no,
2008.
You are half right. The Neighborhood Clock thing, that was 2007. That was when we just started to all get to know each other around then.
Gotcha. Okay, so you, Scott, Taka, and Lani got together, and you guys were like, hey, we're going to do the show. We're going to actually do the show. We're going to do an Abridged series, because we love Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, and Martin is great, and we're going to do this, and, you know, you're now 40 episodes into the show. You know, you're in the midst of the Cell stuff at the moment, and, you know, just put out History of Trunks and everything. Scott, Kaiser Neko in particular, he's always kind of worded that DBZ Abridged is kind of like despite it being, I guess you could say, a glorified fan dub in some circles, you know, and even further than that, technically an illegal production according to some companies. It's kind of a self-expression. It's a self-expression for very, very big fans of the second biggest anime property in the world. Tell us a little bit about your experience. You know, actually, before we even do that, tell me how was your fan? I always like to do this first. How was your fandom in Dragon Ball started, and like just the series in general before you were doing Abridged stuff?
Okay, well, basically, it all started like in 2000. That was a long time ago, and Dragon Ball Z was just coming out in the UK around Easter 2000, and I saw the previews for it, and it was a really interesting experience. I'd never seen anything like it before. You know, characters dying, fighting like that, and I suppose really it just I watched it, and we only had a little bit of it looping between when Goku arrives at the Ginyu Force, like you guys must have had for ages. I mean, but the biggest impact that it had with me was when watching the episode Pathos of Frieza. Basically, when Frieza's just getting beaten down, and it's just like, oh my god, Frieza is totally losing. And like, Goku just does the whole, I'm done now, give it up, I'm done fighting you, I'm bored. You know, it's just that.
I do remember like rushing home from school specifically to see that episode, because is that the one where it ends with him getting cut in half, right?
Yeah, that's just before. It's just when you quite clearly know the fight is only going to go one way. Yep. Like when you know that Frieza is just he's meant to be at full power, but he's clearly losing. Like, I'm gonna slap some sense into you. Bah, 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 bah.
God, that old season 3, fucking that was a strange time for everybody.
Yeah. One interesting thing is that when I was growing up, especially this happened during the Android and Cell and Boo, we actually cycled through both dubs. We went.
That's right. Yeah,
every 20 episodes.
I never understood, because those of you who don't know, Europe and Canada got a separate dub that was done by the Canadian cast, like most of the ones from like the first couple seasons that did it at Ocean Studios. And I've always heard that from people who've lived in both Canada and the UK, that like they would air both, but like depending on like the flavor of the month or whatever, it would be like either the Texas cast or it would be the Vancouver cast or whatever. That must have been really like jarring, because some of the voices like were pretty different.
It was weird. I mean, I recognized the original dub voice from the Ocean dub when it was the Pioneer dub. It was just
it was never the Pioneer dub, Masako. Come on, you know better than that.
Oh,
Pioneer just did the DVDs. Come on now, it was always Funimation.
My bad. Sorry, I don't know what I was thinking. But, no, when it was just cycling around. Yeah, when being at 15, 16 and having no idea about voice acting at the time, it was just like I had no idea just about how it all was, and just like it was just weird. I thought that was actually what it was meant to be, but it just felt weird to me. Now I know it was different. It was just like, some guy must have made a really weird creative decision.
By the time that I told the story in the moment of Vegito, but when I heard like the new voices in like the middle of the Frieza saga, I just like rented like a random tape or whatever. I didn't even care. I was just, new episodes. They're fighting Frieza. Oh my god! Like that's all I cared about, was just like seeing more of the story. So like it didn't even occur to me. Although I feel like if they were to be rapidly jumping back and forth between two different casts like intermittently, and the different music and stuff too, that would have been really like confusing and jarring for kids. But
it wasn't that jarring. It was like maybe every 3 or 4 weeks. It was not like every week. It was not like you go like, oh boy, I wonder what cast we're getting today. No, it would happen around every 20 episodes or so. But yeah, that was part of it. And then we watched it through 2003. That's when it ended. And then we got GT immediately. And we got Dragon Ball at the same time. We both got GT and the OG Dragon Ball at the same time. And we definitely got the Ocean dub for Dragon Ball.
The blue water dub of
the blue water dub,
Dragon Ball and GT. Those are rare to come by, actually.
Yeah, the one thing I will say about the GT blue water dub was that I applaud them for doing their own version of Dan Dan Kokoro Hikare Teku, like the opening theme of that.
I mean, barely, but yes.
It was, at least they did it. At least, hey, it was better than Step Into the Grand Tour. Dragon Ball GT.
Then later we got Vic doing a version of that later, which was kind of cool, and other versions of the endings as well. That was like still have never gotten. Well, no, we did get an English version of Chala Head Chala, but it was by Flo, and it was barely understandable in Battle of Gods. So skipping ahead, several years later, so you became a big fan.
Yep.
Took to the characters. Obviously, also was doing online voiceover stuff.
Yeah.
Different places. And then so after Neighborhood Collect Productions kind of I guess sort of got eaten by TeamFourStar, and you guys started doing the series. It's funny to look back on some of the early episodes and have jokes of like you guys fighting over the microphone on what attack Raditz would be saying.
Yeah, that was very early abridging humor. Yeah, we don't break the fourth wall anymore, because fourth wall jokes in the abridged world, they kind of, unless you do it in a new way, they're not really considered. There's no real way to kind of do it like we've did it before. And there are some things I know that the other guys, who, when they've spoken on panels that I've been on, that they do wish they could have just gone back and just either retool the joke or gotten rid of it entirely. So
true, but at the same time, it's like you just kind of got to accept like, all right, this is the stage that we were at in terms of our skill level at that time. There's nothing we really do about it. Yeah.
It's part of the history. It's part of the history of DBZA. So we do understand that, and yeah. So I mean, as you say, the fandom. Yeah, I like Dragon Ball. It was bumbling along. Then TeamFourStar happened. The guys had just started it, and I think Kaiser was the one. Scott was the one to approach me and asked whether I'd like to be Goku in DBZA. I just jumped it and went like, yeah, sure, okay. He didn't need to. He thought he was so timid. Bless him. He thought I was gonna be like, no, yeah, it's good.
I'm the most prestigious, unofficial voice of Goku you'll ever goddamn find, sir.
No, I thought, it would have just been like, the upperclassman. Just like no, I loved it. And actually, I wasn't Gohan in the first episode.
Yeah,
that was Vegeta. And
thankfully that changed.
No. In episode 2, I was Gohan in the Neighborhood Cluck dubs, but it got changed for the first episode, and Vegeta couldn't get it quite right, and they even went raising the voice up. So Scott approached me to play Kid Gohan, and that was that really. So
I mean, I guess if it's not inappropriate for me to say, I think there was also some talk about like, because he's going to go on. I think at the time they thought he was going to be the teen Gohan as well, and then they were like, we'll have him be all of them, and then it'll be like, we'll have the joke if he goes on puberty when he fights Cell or something, and then just like those early like, we're going to plan all this stuff like all the way to the end of the show, and after that we have all these characters cast, and then like so many things changed over the course of what's 7 years now.
We can't do that. We can't plan that far. I mean,
no.
Yeah, that's why whenever people ask us if we're doing the Boo Saga, we're very, very coy about it. We tend to just say, and it's true, because there's going to be at least another 2-3 years of the Cell Saga all the way up to the end of the Cell game. So we probably won't get to the Boo Saga until coming upwards towards our 10th anniversary
until you're all
together.
Married and have children.
Well,
you'll be doing the show until the day you die.
Well, two of the main 4 are married. I mean, there'll be more weddings, I'm sure of it.
I hope. How do you? Well, you obviously is playing Goku and Gohan, at least Kid Gohan. At the moment. How do you find DBZ Abridged to be a self-expression for you as an anime fan, as a DBZ fan, as an actor? What does it mean to you personally? Tell us the most douchey response you could possibly give. Not really.
Well, it just goes to show how awesome I am.
Stop.
That's a joke. That's a douchey version out of the way. But no, it's not that. It's not that. I just while I actually playing Goku regularly, it's just meant that I really get to have a close working with that character, and I've really fallen in love and had a bit of a connection with Goku now. It's just like I really like his character. Yeah, sure, he's a terrible father, and he's a really selfish git. He really is, but he means well, and he does save the Earth, although he doesn't sometimes really deserve it. He is just like the John Cena of DBZ.
My time is up. My time is now. You can't see me. My time is now.
I mean, I said that we did Taka and I did like a study of Goku Kirblog a while back and was talking about, I think the fact that like he is such a flawed, stupid ass character is kind of what makes him so interesting. And like even with Resurrection F coming out soon, and like the fact that I guess not major spoiler, but the movie opens up with he's gone again. He's off training with Whis. He and Vegeta are like back to being pupils of a martial arts instructor, so they can learn to be better. It's like still to this day he's like, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna go off and do shit. I mean, at the very least by this point, like his children are well off and they're taking care of themselves, I guess. But
yeah,
it's just funny.
That's the thing. And actually, this is all taking place before Oob shows up. So
that's true.
This is all taking place. So it just explains what's going on, and it's just this is the facts. Whis has come around, and I gotta say, actually, after Battle of Gods and playing through Xenoverse, Whis is actually my second favorite character because he's just so cool. He's just like he's funny, and just Ian Sinclair's like version interpretation of the character is so good. And
he fits right in with the cast for sure.
Yeah, he's the Whis is the strongest character in Dragon Ball. Like he is the strongest by miles.
Currently. As far as we know, in this
for the
universe.
For the moment, until Toriyama says so.
Yeah.
So
he could at any moment.
Maybe if Frieza trained 5 months.
Oh Jesus! What will even become of us?
Platinum Frieza.
Jesus Christ!
Obsidian Frieza.
Now available
Titanium
for Nintendo 3DS. Titanium Frieza version. Well, we're already almost out of time, but I don't know. We'll give us some of your final thoughts about everything, about Dragon Ball, about abridging, about Frieza's nice ass, what they all mean to you. What do they mean? What are they even?
It's just, I can summarize that they are all very, very enlightening, and just, they mean a lot to me. Joking. But no, Dragon Ball is just one of those things I can never imagine myself being without. It's part of my life. It's never gonna go away. I'm never gonna, like, wake up one day and say, oh, I hate Dragon Ball now. I can't. Just going to all these conventions and being as part of this show, meeting the fans, just seeing how much love there is for Dragon Ball and the abridged stuff. It's great. And it's always nice to hear that, people like my interpretation of Goku. But I keep telling people that, I'm just a guy who does silly voices on the internet. I do not compare to Ian Corlett, Peter Kalimis, Kirby Morrow, and especially Sean Schemmel. They are the guys I find inspiration from, and not forgetting Masako Nozawa, the original Goku. So I'm just
where you get your namesake from?
Yeah, exactly that. That's what it's from, and that it's from Masako Nozawa, and then the X was just from AOL Instant Messenger.
It's okay, I had
because X's are cool.
Yeah, and numbers are also excellent. Do you have anything other than the TeamFourStar YouTube channel? Do you have anything else to plug or anything interesting coming out later?
Yes, actually. I have my own YouTube channel, MasakoX Stream, where I do the occasional anime video review, but mostly presenting bad fan fiction, and in a very funny way, which my friend Frobman helps me out with the artwork for that. Yeah, and I owe a lot to him. But we present bad fan fiction in 4 or 5 minute videos. I have my Twitter, MasakoX, Facebook page, all the usual stuff, all the usual social medias, and I'm trying out this new Periscope thing that's kind of cool. Live broadcasting software on your phone. It's pretty neat.
Cool. Well, that's going to bring us to a close. So thank you for filling in for me. You are welcome on any Kirblog anytime you want. If you have an idea for a topic, please let me know. Telling all the world to see.
Well, that's super.
Is it a super?
Super
Sandwich. Welcome. Good. Goodbye. Okay. In the comments below, tell us, everybody, what is your favorite episode of DBZ Abridged? Your favorite joke, your favorite moment, your favorite of the 3 characters that Masako plays in the show, or otherwise. Let us know. And I don't know. Actually, I think the next one we'll be doing is Ben Diskin and I giving our theories about what will happen in Resurrection F, hopefully without being spoiled by anything over this week, because they're just now starting to do the preview screenings in Japan. So, oh god, I hope nothing gets spoiled for me, because I'm going to be sad if that happens.
Yeah, no,
that'll do it. Masako, thank you again for joining.
Oh wait! Just before, because the fans probably will kick us if we don't say at least refer to at least once.
Muffin button.
Yeah!